everyone, today I'm here to talk about internships and a few quick tips to go along with the blog article about what you can do to make the most of your internship and to leave the best impression. So my first tip is to make sure that you dress for success. You want to dress for the way that others dress for the positions that you want. It doesn't matter what other interns are wearing or what the dress code might be to some extent, but you want to dress professionally and like everyone else at the company that you're working for. Now, that does depend, and there are exceptions to that. In instance, I work as an engineer, and I worked as an engineering intern this summer. There are some days that I've needed to wear jeans because of the equipment that I was working with, but most other days I could dress in formal clothes like the people in the position that I wanted. The second tip is that you should network. Make the most of your time at a company and find ways in which to meet new people. Finding people who went to your college or lived in your area are a great way to start. And you can also find people with shared interests. Maybe it's the same degree, or the same interest in a certain field, or the same technical specialty. You can also just approach people who are at the company or the branch office you work in and just ask them for advice. You're an intern and you're here to learn, and you can use the most of that for your opportunity. The third tip is to always make sure that you're busy. One of the greatest downfalls is, as an intern, you're probably getting work from your manager instead of going out and finding work. But you want to make sure that you're not just sitting at your desk on Facebook when everyone else around you is being really productive. So you should try and seek out work if you're running out of projects. So for example, if you finish all your projects then you don't want to bother your manager because you know he's in meetings all day, then do some research on what the company does, or a particular product that the company makes, or a particular market that the company is marketing to or serving some need in. My fourth tip is to ask questions. Now, don't be a pest and ask questions, just ask questions and show your interest. But try and ask questions that help you do your job better and help make your experience better, and are really meaningful, important questions. You're here to learn, and when people around you see that you're trying to take strides to learn more and to be better and do better work in your position, that goes a long way. Also, my fifth tip is to get involved. Work is a social place because when you're in the work world, you're there 40 hours a week, sometimes more. 9 to 5, these are the people that you'll be with. So get involved. For example, at my internship, there was a bake sale to donate money for children's medical needs overseas. So I contributed to the bake sale. It doesn't have to be big. You don't have to be out at every office party or something like that. But the small things are what people remember you by, and the small contributions you can make can really go a long way to making you be part of the company and seem like part of the team in something other than just your work. It also makes you seem more mature and more adult if you're able to socialize with those who are also out of college and not just in your little circle. My sixth tip and my very last tip is don't give up the last few weeks. It's so easy to feel that you're at the home stretch and you're good, you don't have to do anymore. Either you've secured that position or your managers love you or your coworkers love you and you're just like, I'm done, home free. But that's not the case. People remember your first few days and your last few days. So in your last few days, make the most of your time. You might have completed most of your projects, but remember to ask for recommendation letters. Remember to say goodbye to everyone you've worked with. Thank those who helped you, and make sure that you sit down with your manager and those you've worked with directly and say, how did I do? What could I have done better? What did I do well? And what your future is at that company, if that's possible. It depends on the industry that you're in, whether or not they offer return offers. For example, I'm in the pharmaceutical industry, and it's very rare to get a return offer. However, someone in the financial industry, it's very rare not to have the option of a return offer, so make sure you know that going in. So those are my 6 tips on how to have a great internship, and I hope you learned from them, and I look forward to seeing what your comments are. And remember to subscribe and check out my blog as well.